Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to use the barometer and thermometer feature on your CakCity SPV710 watch. So I'm going to do my best to show you this without getting too many glares from my light. I'm trying to get you the best view because there's a lot of detail on this watch that's fairly small, so it can be kind of hard to see and capture on camera, but hopefully you'll be able to see it. This watch has a barometer, thermometer, and altimeter. It does not have a compass. And in this video, we're just going to be looking at the barometer and thermometer. Now, normally we would do that by going into the barometer. At the upper right-hand button on the watch is your barometer, but you really don't have to go to the barometer because there's a lot of information regarding your barometer and thermometer that you can see right on the main timekeeping mode of the watch face. If you look at my watch face, I've got the current time in the middle. Down at the bottom, I've got the month and day of the month. December 2nd is today. In the upper left-hand corner, you've got a barometric trend indicator for the last hour. What it's doing is it's looking at my current barometric pressure, it's comparing it to an hour ago, and then it's forming a line to show me what's been going on in the last hour. In the middle here, we've got a longer graph that's being displayed. That's showing me the barometric trend change over the last 24 hours in 3-hour increments. So you can see that mine's been gradually kind of going up, pretty much staying the same. This is important because if your barometric pressure is increasing, your weather should be getting better. If it's decreasing, your weather should be getting worse. If it's a fast decrease, it can indicate storms, rain, windstorms, something like that. The other thing that's nice on this watch is they also show you a weather indicator. Not sure if you're going to be able to see it or not, but there's some clouds over here on the right-hand side. It's using my barometric pressure, my barometric trend over the last 24 hours, and my altimeter, and it's forecasting my weather, showing clouds, and that's exactly what's going on outside right now. Is I've got cloudy weather. You can have a sun displayed, you can have rain clouds, you can have partly cloudy, but it's kind of cool because it's basically showing you what the weather should be like. All of this information is just in the main timekeeping mode on this watch. I can also choose, if I don't want the date displayed, I can press the light button, and instead I can display my temperature. Now remember, this isn't a smartwatch, so all of this information is coming from your barometer, altimeter, and thermometer sensor on the right-hand side. But this is one of the few watches on the market I've found that you can actually keep the temperature displayed with your timekeeping and your barometric trend all on the same watch face. It won't switch this back to date. You can leave it on there as long as you want to. If you want to go back to date, you can simply press the light button to display the date. So I think that's a really nice feature. Now, if we want to see more than what we've just seen there, we can press the barometer, and that will take us into our actual barometer mode. The barometer mode is basically going to be showing the same information. The difference is in the middle here, we can actually see our barometric pressure. Now, I've got mine displayed in inches of mercury. You can also display it in hectopascals if you'd rather see it in hectopascals. As we did with our timekeeping mode, if I don't want to see the temperature while I'm in the barometer, I can press the light button, and instead I can see my sea level pressure. So I've got sea level pressure of 29.83 compared to my current barometric pressure, which is 29.88. I live fairly close to sea level, so these values for me are normally going to be pretty close to the same. If you're in your barometer mode and you don't do anything for 30 seconds, it'll automatically take you back to the main time mode that we were in. But I can press and hold the light button, and you'll notice that there's a little lock that displayed down here. That locks me into this mode. I can stay in the barometer as long as I want to. That's another nice feature. There's plenty of barometer watches on the market. Most of them, when you go to the barometer after a certain amount of time, it'll take you back to your main timekeeping mode. This one gives you the option to lock it in and stay in the barometer as long as you want to. Once I'm ready to go back though, I can either unlock it or I can just simply press the mode button to go back to my time mode. Let's go back into the barometer. I'm going to show you one more thing. Another thing is, while you're in your barometer, if you want to, you can press the barometer button, and you'll notice that there's a little blinking indicator under the history icon. This watch records a history for the last 3 days of your high and low barometric pressure as well as temperature. So mine's showing the minimum and maximum for December 2nd. I can look at that. I'm just seeing my current time right now, or I can press the barometer button and go back to a prior date, or go back one more day. Again, 3 days is the maximum, so if I press the barometer again, it just takes me back to the current date. But let's go back to November 30th. While I'm on that date, if I press the light button, it will show me my maximum temperature for that day was 69.3 degrees Fahrenheit, and my maximum barometric pressure was 29.98. If I press the light button again, I can see my minimum temperature, which was 64.6, and then my minimum barometric pressure. So it's kind of neat, especially if you want to look at, hey, what's the temperature minimum and maximum or the barometric pressure today versus 3 days ago? It's all stored on your watch. You don't have to do anything except just go into the history while you're in your barometer. And then again, once you're done, you can simply press the mode button and get back to your main timekeeping mode. A lot of features for barometer and temperature, especially at this price point, and it's kind of nice because none of it's smart features, anything like that. It's all running based on the sensors on the watch. I hope this video gives you an idea of how to use those features. I appreciate you watching.